Numbers chapter 9. The Lord spoke to Moses in the desert of Sinai. It was the first month of the second year after the people came out of Egypt. He said, "Tell the Israelites to celebrate the Passover feast. Have them do it at the appointed time. Celebrate it when the sun goes down on the 14th day of this month. Obey all its rules and laws." So Moses told the Israelites to celebrate the Passover feast. They did it in the desert of Sinai. They celebrated when the sun went down on the 14th day of the first month. The Israelites did everything just as the Lord had commanded Moses, but some of them couldn't celebrate the Passover feast on that day. That's because they were not clean. They had gone near a dead body, so they came to Moses and Aaron the same day. They said to Moses, "We went near a dead body, so we are not clean. But why should we be kept from bringing the Lord's offering at the appointed time? Why shouldn't we bring it along with the other Israelite?" Moses answered them, "Wait until I find out what the Lord wants you to do." Then the Lord spoke to Moses. He said, "Tell the Israelites, suppose any of you or your children are clean because they have gone near a dead body, or suppose they are away on a journey, they must still celebrate the Lord's Passover. They must celebrate it on the 14th day of the second month. They must do so when the sun goes down. They must eat the lamb together with bread made without yeast. They must eat it with bitter planch. They must not leave any of it until morning. They must not break any of its bones. When they celebrate the Passover feast, they must follow all the rules. But suppose someone is clean and not on a journey, and they fail to celebrate the Passover feast, then they must be separated from the community of Israel. They did not bring the Lord's offering at the appointed time. They will be punished for their sin. What if there is an outsider living among you? And what if they want to celebrate the Lord's Passover? Then they must obey its rules and laws. You must have the same laws for outsiders as you do for the Israelite. The holy tent was set up. It was the tent where the tablets of the covenant law was kept. On the day it was set up, the cloud covered it. From evening until morning, the cloud above the tent looked like fire. That's what continued to happen. The cloud covered the tent. At night, the cloud looked like fire. When the cloud lifted from its place above the tent, the Israelites started out. When the cloud settled, the Israelites camped. When the Lord gave the command, the Israelites started out, and when he gave the command, they camped. As long as the cloud stayed above the holy tent, they remained in camp. Sometimes the cloud remained above the tent for a long time. Then the Israelites obeyed the Lord's order. They didn't start out. Sometimes the cloud was above the tent for only a few days. When the Lord would give the command, they would camp. And when he would give the command, they would start out. Sometimes the cloud stayed only from evening until morning. When it lifted in the morning, they started out. It didn't matter whether it was day or night. When the cloud lifted, the people started out. It didn't matter whether the cloud stayed above the holy tent for 2 days or a month or a year. The Israelites would remain in camp. They wouldn't start out, but when the cloud lifted, they would start out. When the Lord gave the command, they camped, and when he gave the command, they started out. They obeyed the Lord's order. They obeyed him, just as he had commanded them through Moses. Numbers chapter 10. The Lord said to Moses, "Make 2 trumpets out of hammered silver. Blow them when you want the community to gather together, and blow them when you want the camps to start out. When the both trumpets are blown, the whole community must gather in front of you. They must come to the entrance to the tent of meeting. Suppose only 1 trumpet is blown, then the leaders must gather in front of you. They are the heads of the tribes of Israel. When a trumpet blast is blown, the tribes camped on the east side must start out. When the second blast is blown, the camps on the south side must start out. The blast will tell them when to start. Blow the trumpets to gather the people together, but do not use the same kind of blast. The son of Aaron, the priest, must blow the trumpet. That is a law for you and your children after you for all time to come. Suppose you go into battle in your own land, and suppose it is against an enemy who is treating you badly. Then blow a blast on the trumpet. If you do, I will remember you. I will save you from your enemies. I am the Lord your God. You must also blow the trumpets when you are happy. Blow them at your appointed feast. Blow them at your new moon feast. Blow them when you sacrifice your burnt offering. Blow them when you sacrifice your friendship offering. They will remind me of you. I am the Lord your God." It was the 20th day of the second month of the second year. On that day, the cloud began to move. It went up from above the holy tent where the tablets of the covenant law were kept. Then the Israelites started out from the desert of Sinai. They traveled from place to place. They kept going until the cloud came to rest in the desert of Paran. The first time they started out, the Lord commanded Moses to tell them to do it, and they did it. The group of the camp of Judah went first. They marched out under their flag. Nation was their commander. He was the son of Aminadab. Nathaniel was over the group of the tribe of Issachar. Nathaniel was the son of Zuar. Eliab was over the group of the tribe of Zebulun. Eliab was the son of Helon. The holy tent was taken down. The men of Gershon and Merari started out. They carried the tent. The groups of the camp of Reuben went next. They marched out under their flag. Eliezer was their commander. He was the son of Shaduel. Shalumiel was over the group of the tribe of Simeon. Shalumiel was the son of Jerushadai. Eliasab was over the group of the tribe of Gad. Eliasab was the son of Duel. The men of Kohath started out. They carried the holy thing. The holy tent had to be set up before they arrived. The groups of the camp of Ephraim went next. They marched out under their flag. Elishama was their commander. He was the son of Ammihud. Gamaliel was over the group of the tribe of Manasseh. Gamaliel was the son of Padahsur. Abidan was over the group of the tribe of Benjamin. Abidan was the son of Gidoni. Finally, the groups of the camp of Dan started out. They marched out under their flag. They followed behind all the other groups and guarded them. Ahiezer was their commander. He was the son of Ammishaddai. Pagiel was over the group of the tribe of Asher. Pagiel was the son of Okran. Ahira was over the group of the tribe of Naphtali. Ahira was the son of the Anan. As the groups of Israel started out, that was the order they marched in. Moses spoke to Hobab, the son of Reuel. Reuel was Moses' father-in-law. Reuel was from Midian. Moses said to Hobab, "We are starting out for the place the Lord promised to us. He said to us, I will give it to you, so come with us. We will treat you well. The Lord has promised to give good things to Israel." Hobab answered, "No, I can go. I'm going back to my own land. I'm returning to my own people." But Moses said, "Please don't leave us. You know where we should camp in the desert. You can be our guide, so come with us. The Lord will give us good things. We will share them with you." So they started out from the mountain of the Lord. They traveled for 3 days. The ark of the covenant of the Lord went in front of them during those 3 days. It went ahead of them to find a place for them to rest. They started out from the camp by day, and the cloud of the Lord was above them. When the ark started out, Moses said, "Lord, rise up. Let your enemies be scattered. Let them run away from you." When the ark stopped, Moses said, "Lord, return to the many thousands of people in Israel."